Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. So, real quick, I just want to say, if this video's audio is not as good as it normally would be, or the camera quality is not as good as it would be, it's because I'm recording it off my laptop. My main computer broke, and I'm waiting for parts to come in. The motherboard went. So I had to order a processor. I had to order a motherboard. The RAM still works. There's certain things that still work, but, the graphics card luckily didn't go. But the processor did go. The heatsink needs to be replaced. I mean, it's a fucking mess. So hopefully by Tuesday, of next week, I will have everything. I'll be set up and it'll be back to the way it was. So for now, if the audio sounds a little worse than usual, I apologize. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the NBA because there's some crazy shit going on, man. I'm just going to be honest. The 76ers have looked horrendous. The Lakers have looked horrendous. Detroit has not lived up to my expectation. Obviously, Jaden Ivey is new. I understand that. But I expected, Detroit to at least have a better record than Indiana, and they're tied. They're both 1-3. Sacramento's playing worse than I expected. Denver's playing worse than I expected. Utah and Portland are playing better than I expected. I mean, the NBA is just the fucking Wild West right now. And I'm just going to keep it a buck. I'm kind of going to talk about each team just a little bit here because it's all very intriguing and I'd like to talk about all of it. So, the first team that I think is most surprising to everybody is the Utah Jazz, right? The Utah Jazz have basically shocked the entire NBA world, right? It's not often that you trade your two best players and come out next season and start 4-0. It just doesn't fucking happen. It's one of those things that's like an anomaly that never happens. And it's nice to see guys like Lauri Markkanen getting a shot. Jordan Clarkson and Mike Conley still look like solid players. Colin Sexton is coming off the bench, which I expected him to start, and I think he should be starting, but they're starting Mike Conley. Talen Horton-Tucker has looked solid. They're running teams off the fucking 3-point line. I mean, Utah is legit. I don't know why. I mean, are they winning a championship? No. But watching them play is very convincing. And you know what? I feel like any player, if you're someone who plays the game of basketball, whether it's at a high school level, a middle school level, a college level, whatever, you need to watch the Utah Jazz play because they are showing the world that you can win basketball games without a superstar player on your team, or even a star player for that matter. I mean, they have fucking Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt, Talen Horton-Tucker. There's no guy on their team that you look towards and go, yeah, he's a star player. Their best player right now is probably Jordan Clarkson. He's like a sixth man on most NBA teams. And they are beating the brakes off of some teams. They played Houston last night, and they looked like a way better team than Houston. So, I don't know, man. You know what? Utah, obviously, are they winning any rings anytime soon? No. But it's nice to see a team that nobody expected to win come out and win. Next is the Portland Trailblazers. Damian Lillard got injured last night, but Portland started off pretty well. Josh Hart, I picked him up on my fantasy team as a bench player. I'm so fucking glad I did. I've never seen a shooting guard or small forward grab as many rebounds ever as he has. I mean, I think he had 16 rebounds the other night and had 11 last night or something. I mean, he's been rebounding the basketball and he looks really good. Portland, I kind of feel like, they played Miami last night and they lost. So, they did have a couple good wins, but I don't think it's going to continue. I just don't, I like Portland, but their defense is fucking horrendous. So is Chicago's. So I don't expect this to continue to be a thing. I just think they got off to a hot start and that's fine. But now that Damian Lillard's injured, I don't know. They're going to lean on Anthony Simons to kind of carry them if Damian Lillard has any time sitting out. So, I don't know how much I believe in Portland. Yeah, it's cool to see that they start off 4-0, but is it sustainable? Probably not. Just like Utah. I think Utah is not sustainable at all. However, I will say this. After seeing the Lakers start, I could see Portland making the play-in because the Lakers look fucking atrocious. And speaking of the Lakers, it's time that we talked about it. So last night, the Lakers played against the Denver Nuggets. And the horrible shooting from three continued. They shot 26% from three last night. That is fucking terrible. LeBron James, I think, was like 9 of 21 or 8 of 21 from the field with 8 turnovers. I mean, there is something wrong in Los Angeles. I don't know what, but there's something wrong with the fucking Lakers. And I don't know if it's a morale problem. I don't know if it's just... I really am starting to question if it's LeBron and Anthony Davis. And I don't want to question that. But, like, I'm starting to think, like... I said this in my last video. They have replaced everybody on that roster except for Austin Reeves, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James. They even changed the fucking head coach. So whatever's going on in Los Angeles was not a coaching problem. It is a culture problem. And so I don't know if it has to do with LeBron. I don't know if it has to do with Anthony Davis. Like, is there friction there that we don't know about? Russell Westbrook has been honestly shooting enough bricks to build another Staples Center. Russell Westbrook has been fucking horrendous, okay? I think we can all agree on that. But it's just like, there's something wrong with LA, and it's like, Shannon Sharpe said it best this morning on First Take. Or not First Take, Fox Sports 1, Skip and Shannon Undisputed. Where if the third best player on your team is Lonnie Walker, you're probably not going very far. And I have to completely agree. Lonnie Walker was the third best player for them last night. They got beat by Denver, and they look atrocious. They take terrible shots, too. I will say this. The Lakers could fix a lot of their fucking problems by just taking decent shots. They take these contested threes, contested fall-away jumpers. Like, I watched them play the other night against Golden State, and it was just contested jumper after contested jumper after contested jumper. It's like they're not even trying to create shots. They're just catching the ball and shooting, and it's clearly not working, So I don't know, man. You know what? I don't know what's wrong with the Lakers, but they have a serious issue. Sacramento looks horrendous. I'm going to call it what it is. Sacramento I put my faith in Sacramento at the beginning of the year. I thought they would be a play-in team. They're 0-3. They can't play defense if their life depended on it, if I'm being honest. They have shooters. They have De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis. They really, really are fucking pitiful at defense. So, I don't know, man. Sacramento needs to tighten up on the defensive end. And they have a defensive head coach in Mike Brown. So, I don't know what the issue is. Maybe they're still trying to figure out their defensive sets and their defensive schemes or whatever. But Sacramento doesn't look good either. Now, the 76ers are a special case. I will say this, okay? The 76ers have given James Harden a whole lot more touches this year, and understandably so. He's your second best player on your team. Some people would argue the first. But here's the thing. You have an MVP caliber player on your team in Joel Embiid. So I do not stand why James Harden is getting more touches than Joel Embiid. Last year, it was Joel Embiid and then James Harden in touches, right? Now it's James Harden and Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Tobias Harris as far as, like, matched in touches, okay? Joel Embiid pretty much single-handedly carried the 76ers last year until James Harden got there. Give Joel Embiid the ball. Please, give Joel Embiid the ball. Stop trying to let James Harden lead you to the promised land. Okay, yes, James Harden can still do his thing, but I don't think in any world should James Harden be getting more touches than Joel Embiid right now. Not at this point in their careers. I'm sorry, I just don't think it. I understand why they're doing it, I do, but if you can run your offense through Joel Embiid, who is an MVP caliber player, as we saw last season, then why wouldn't you? I just don't understand what the Sixers are doing. I don't know, man. I don't understand why they changed their offensive game plan, essentially, to go away from Joel Embiid. I'm not saying, like, Joel Embiid is not playing well. I'm not saying that. I'm simply saying he needs to be more involved. You saw what he could do last season. Why differentiate from that? So, that's my thing with the 76ers. I think I covered everybody that I wanted to cover. Detroit just looks like shit. I'm just going to be honest. Detroit is... There's a lot of hope there, a lot of promise. It's just... They need to stop turning the ball over, and they need to start playing defense. They gave up 130 points to the Knicks and then gave up 124 points to the Pacers. They really need to start playing defense. So that's what I think about all of that. Was there any other team that I was thinking of that was like a super? Oh, Denver. Denver started off slow, man, but I think they're gonna turn it around. You know, they got Nikola Jokic. Michael Porter Jr. is finally coming back after taking a year off. Jamal Murray feels like he's been out for an eternity. I feel like once things start turning around, obviously things are going to get better. I think as the season goes on, their record's going to improve. Right now, I think they're 2-2. After last night, I think they're 3-2. So who knows? I mean, it could change. And I think it's going to. I still have Denver as my number 1 seed in the West. I'm just saying that now. You know, they're a team that I think is going to continue to improve, and I think by the time the season's over, we'll be saying that they are the number 1 seed in the West. So, anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry this was kind of all over the place. I just wanted to get a video out because I miss doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my computer broke, and I was just like, fuck, now I can't make videos. And so I was like, all right, we'll use my Dell XPS to make videos, whatever. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report. And I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.